Few pieces of media can claim to have saved an entire industry, but Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, did exactly that. Released in 1985 in North America following the devastating video game crash of 1983, this masterpiece did not just revitalize home consoles, it fundamentally established the blueprint for the 2D platforming genre. Over 4 decades later, its design principles remain foundational to modern game development. The brilliance of Super Mario Bros. Lies in its kinetic feel. Before Mario, digital avatars moved rigidly, stepping one block at a time or jumping along unalterable physics paths. Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka introduced momentum and inertia. Mario has palpable weight. When you run, he takes a moment to accelerate. When you stop suddenly, he slides a tiny bit, creating a physical connection between player and screen. Holding the run button alters everything. It completely changes the trajectory and distance of Mario's jumps, turning platforming into a high-stakes calculus of speed and timing. Once airborne, players can still nudge Mario backward or forward. This flexibility makes the controls feel incredibly responsive, ensuring that every missed jump feels like a personal failure rather than a cheap game flaw. World 1-to-1 is widely considered a masterclass in organic tutorial design. The game does not feature text boxes or explicit instructions. Instead, it forces players to learn through interaction. The first enemy, a Goomba, approaches from the right. The screen layout forces you to jump. If you hit the floating question block, a super mushroom emerges. Because of a pipe blocking its path, the mushroom bounces back toward Mario. Even if the player is scared and tries to dodge, it hits them, demonstrating that mushrooms make Mario bigger and allow him to take an extra hit. Soon after, players encounter pits, blocks containing fire flowers, and hidden one-up mushrooms, naturally teaching the player the vocabulary of the game. The pacing scales brilliantly across 8 worlds, each containing 4 stages, transitioning from bright, open surface levels to claustrophobic underground caverns, underwater mazes, and Bowser's hazardous lava castles. From a technical standpoint, the NES had severe hardware limitations. To save memory, the clouds and the bushes use the exact same sprite, simply recolored. Yet, the visual design is bright, readable, and highly expressive. Mario's design, his cap, overalls, and mustache, was born out of a need to make a human character distinct with very few pixels.
Equally revolutionary is the audio. Koji Kondo's soundtrack is legendary. It wasn't just background noise, it was situational music. The bouncy overworld theme captures the spirit of adventure. The minimalist underground bass line creates tension, and the frantic castle theme builds anxiety. Furthermore, when the timer dips below 100 seconds, the music accelerates, instantly triggering a psychological panic in the player to hurry up. Super Mario Bros. Is not just a dusty historical relic. It remains a highly playable, incredibly tight arcade experience. While modern players might find the lack of a save system harsh, getting a game over means restarting from World 1-to-1 unless you know the secret A+ start continue trick, the core gameplay loop has aged flawlessly. It is pure, distilled gaming joy that every enthusiast should experience.